Well, hi everybody, Tom here. I am going to take you through the process of how I use the Dutch Trig vaccine on elm trees. This happens to be a Camperdown elm. It's not an American elm. Camperdown has got a great story. I'm going to vaccinate it because it's not fully resistant to Dutch elm disease. I'm sorry for the traffic noise. I'm a little bit near a road, so we'll find out what this sounds like. This is the tool. This happens to be an older one, but still works fine. This is from Holland. By the way, neither the disease nor the tree is Dutch. It's the women, actually, in the early 20th century that isolated and identified Dutch elm disease, what is now called Dutch elm disease, who were indeed from Holland. So it's been called Dutch elm disease ever since. Dutch Trig, and if you've been following this channel, you've heard this before, but as a refresher, this is a non-pathogenic strain of verticillium, which is a fungus. Some people worry when they hear the phrase or the word verticillium, because there are indeed pathogenic strains of verticillium that can be very damaging to living trees. This is not one of them. But it's used as a vaccine. Now, how do vaccines work? Vaccines invoke an immune response, and that's what we're trying to do. And indeed, that is what it does. And this product has protected tens of thousands of trees in Europe over the last 30 years. Not too many people do it here in America, but it's starting to catch on finally after some decades. So I will spend less time inoculating this tree than I will have spent talking to you right now, which is kind of cool. There's a very sharp chisel here. It's kind of shaped like a little runnel, and I squeeze this trigger here. It pumps one drop at a time out of this vial through the machine, down the runnel, down the chisel. What I'm going to do is push the chisel into the trunk of the tree, through the bark, and I'm going to feel it clunk against the wood where the vascular cambium stops, and the xylem is what I want to get into. That's the layer of vascular cambium that goes up, and it's going to get absorbed into the tree, actually gets sucked in. It's really cool when the tree is actively photosynthesizing on a sunny day, a nice breeze. It's a little bit late today, but we'll see. You can hear it go like that, which is kind of fun. But this is not a traditional systemic pesticide. Again, it's a vaccine. So the design here is that it will invoke an immune response. All we got to do is get it into the tree. The tree is going to sense that it's here and react to it by pumping up its immune system. That's how it works. It does not have curative properties. It's not fungicidal, right? If this tree had Dutch elm disease, we would not be using this. We're using this to prevent Dutch elm disease. There are other products that you can use to knock back Dutch elm disease when it is existing, but you have a very small window of opportunity. And again, that's a story for another day. Again, I apologize for the traffic. I hope this comes out okay. Here goes. Set your stopwatch. The first thing I'm going to do, by the way, is use some hydrogen peroxide here. Squirt my chisel, just to wipe that off. Some people clean tools with alcohol. Personally, I think that stuff is really harsh, and it's not necessary. This is plenty good. Works for us, right? Okay, here we go. I'm going to go about every 4 inches around the stem. Push it in, squeeze the trigger, a little droplet comes down. I twist it just to open up the bark and let the droplet get sipped in. I'm going to do just about 1 drop per inch of DBH. Slightly fewer. It's kind of a judgment call And that's okay, because this is not a conventional dosing situation here. Also, if you're an arborist, you may be wondering, I guess I'll do one more here. Why am I not making the injection down close to the trunk flare? Well, first of all, it's more work. It's less comfortable. But with a typical systemic fungicide, we do that because we have found that it increases crown distribution of the material. In this case, it's not about that. It's about getting the material into the tree and letting the tree react, letting the tree send its electrochemical messages to its own immune systems. So this material does not travel all over the place. I probably put, let's see, I can do the math here, roughly half of a milliliter of material into this tree. It's not going very far. There's not enough of it. Just a couple of feet maybe, and that's enough for the tree to get the message and to send out the alarm to the rest of its system. So I'm done. Like I said, I could have been on to the next job. If I was in a park working on a number of trees, I could have treated a couple of trees by now. But I got to go on to the next one. Thought I'd take a minute, share this with you, and the mosquitoes have found me. So that's it. Dutch Trig, and taking care of some trees today. So, and also, as you can see, my PPE, my personal protective gear, very limited. This is not something that I could hurt myself with unless I stabbed myself with this chisel, or maybe something splashed in my eye. Even then, it wouldn't be irritating. It would just be annoying. So I'm wearing my safety glasses. Okay, that's that. Be well. See you later.